Well, if it seems at times the more advice you're getting about how to protect your privacy online, the more holes the internet seems to spring, well, you might not be far off the mark. The latest example, case in point, a recent media report that suggests one of the world's most popular websites with over 500 million subscribers may be filled with privacy holes. Plugging the privacy leaks, that's our topic this week on The Link. Doug Bernard here again in Studio 48, and welcome back. And if it seems like you've been here before, not this studio, but this topic, you have. Online privacy is a growing concern, and it's one that we visited here before. Now, I will say first as we begin, this today's topic in part stems off some tremendous work that journalists at the Wall Street Journal have been doing. It's a newspaper published here in the United States, but it's available around the world at WSJ.com. Taking a look at this whole cyberspace area, and particularly privacy concerns in that area. Well, journalists at the Wall Street Journal recently took a look at Facebook, one of the world's most popular websites with over 500 million subscribers and counting, and they found some serious privacy problems. Now, for example, I have a couple Facebook accounts. One of them is a VOA account, which I'm logged into right now. So just as an example, I'm going to search for my personal private account, Doug Johnson here. And what should come up? Well, see, here I am. I'm the third listing. That's good to know. And the basic point of this here is that I've got my privacy set pretty high. You really can't see a lot about me. You can't see any photographs. You can't really learn very much about me, except that I currently live in Washington, D.C. because I've set my privacy so high. As an example, this is what my real Facebook page looks like. As you can tell, there's all kinds of stuff here, info, photos, and all sorts of things that I don't particularly even want to be sharing online at the moment. Now, people have been thinking for some time that if they set their privacy high on Facebook, that people won't be able to learn and share information about them, all kinds of really personal information. Turns out it's not true. Here is the avenue that, as the Wall Street Journal has been reporting it, that all kinds of companies have been using to get information about you and maybe even buy and sell that information. They're called apps, and I don't have any, thank goodness, because I've sort of found them annoying. But friends of mine have these things. They're like Farmville, perhaps, or Mafiaville. There's basically these little kind of programs that you can plug in. I don't even know if any of my friends have any apps, probably not, that you plug in and you can kind of play games online. Maybe it's Scrabble or that kind of thing. Well, it turns out that those apps have been collecting all kinds of information about all the sorts of individual users, and that information has not been kept private. This is a major problem for Facebook. They're dealing with it. But clearly, this is a little bit of closing the barn gate after the horses have gone out. All that privacy information has left. So now this is just one example. You could have been doing the very best thing possible to protect yourself, and still you got, in the end, kind of messed up, not because of anything you did or didn't do, but because of something some website did. Still, there are a few options for you out there in terms of how to protect yourself. And you know, one of the very best resources that we've found for guaranteeing or sort of working to guarantee your privacy is a resource page at the Electronic Privacy and Information Center. Now, their website is epic.org. And this web address is a little complicated. It's epic.org/privacy /tools. And once you are there, we'll keep that up on the screen just a little bit because it takes a little bit to write down. You will find literally topics A to Z in privacy. These are things such as how you can kind of guarantee, you know, your email privacy, how you can guarantee your searching, your browsing privacy, how you can make sure that your computer has not been taken over by any viruses, that nobody has a sort of what they call a key counter installed on your computer, so it's monitoring every keystroke that you make and sending all of that information back somewhere. There's a tremendous amount of information at this website, epic.org/privacy/tools. There's probably about 80 or 90 various programs. Some of them you have to pay for, some of them are free. So you have to explore around a little bit. But basically, all kinds of tools to guarantee as much as you can your privacy and anonymity online. And if you don't think it's a problem, well, just ask some of those 500 million people on Facebook who have now learned that a lot of personal information they thought was private is now in who knows whose hands. Well, that is the link for this week. Thanks so much for being with us, and this reminder, do be careful out there. And also that we really do like hearing from you. You can write us anytime, and we will keep that private. Our email address is just thelink@voanews.com. Take a moment and drop us a line with your thoughts. We'll make sure we get back to you as soon as we can. Thanks so much for being with us, and we'll see you again real soon.